We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up. I'm sorry I didn't open up the chat early. I've been busy, you guys. I've been trying to get some stuff done, and I'm getting it done too. And so I'm sorry that I didn't have time to open up the chat so you guys could come and talk to everybody. But the notification will get out there, you guys. So just give it some time. But thanks for everybody that showed up so far. And let me see who's in the building. Nevertheless, we are doing some stuff. Sonia Watts, Miss Dee Dee, Avalanche, Sharon, Ruby, Turner, Perk, Kitten. How you doing, Barbara? How you doing, Black Queen? Miss Dee Dee, Miss Dee Dee's, JoJo Baby, Diane, Wanda, Zena, Perk is in the building. Cherie is here. Galaxy and Stars, Monique Hall, Nancy, Sharon Wood, Curl Small, Tricia, Lisa Calhoun, Valerie Montgomery, Pez, Betty Mosby. Okay. Gloria Bates, Sugar T, Pez, Nancy, and Loving God. How's everybody doing? I'm just trying to speak to you guys. Passion B, how are you doing? Shay Works by Faith, or Shay's Faith is in the building. Zena, Freddie Johnson just made it in. I know you guys. Julianne Berry, how are you doing? How you doing, family? Perk, Sugar Bear, how you doing, Sugar Bear? Tricia Mountain. Okay, I'm seeing you guys coming on in here. So we're going to talk about the title of this chat is Brian Laundrie. I don't know if I spelled his name right. Hope I did. Where is he and what have he done? You guys, I have been doing a lot of research on this one. It's just done caught my whole I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm feeling some kind of way. Let me see here. I'm feeling some kind of way. You know what? I think I need to go and take out something on my setting. Let me see here real quick. Let me take out that. That's probably why that's turning doing that. There we go. There we go. You see, that was keep flickering. You know how that was keep flickering and the color was never right? And I was like, why is it doing that? That's because my green screen was behind here. And so it would never just show. So maybe that corrected it. See, you guys, I'm learning as I go. I'm learning as I go. So today is September the 27th. You guys, I hope everybody had a wonderful day. We are going to talk about Brian Laundrie's and or Laundrie's, however you want to call his name, Laundrie's. And I'm not really into where he's at because I just want to let everybody know, if you haven't been keeping up with some of the updates on Brian Laundrie, I want to share some of the information that I have been finding. You guys can chime in anytime you want. You come up on the panel anytime you want. Let me put it up there real quick. I'm sorry that I am late, you guys. I am so sorry, but it'll be all right. Sometimes we have to do what we got to do, and that's how we do it. So, but trust and believe, I got a surprise for you guys. I was going to do it tonight, but I didn't get set up because at the last minute, people were trying to get stuff done with things around the house. And you know how that is. When they're around, you got to get it done right then and there. Ain't no nothing. I had to cook, get this done, and I was just to run it. And I am so sorry because I like to be a little bit more, organized than I have been. How you doing, Lisa and Rita? How you doing? How you guys doing? Clarissa, I see you in the building. How is everybody doing? Okay, so Brian is 23 years of age. You guys, he came up missing. They're saying that he had came all the way back home around September the 1st. His family says that, and then the neighbor said that she seen him outside and they were talking and they went for a walk. Now, I'm wondering, was that even Brian? That the last time they seen him was like between September the 1st is when he was supposed to have drove all the way home. Did he drive home or did somebody else drive that car there? We don't know, you guys. Evidently, the police have seen him and talked to him, but at that particular time, you guys, I don't know what was going on. You guys understand what I'm saying? But, Gabby and Brian went on this road trip. They're going to explore the world. They're going to go doing some hiking and live the rough, come off the grid, and just explore life in itself. They went out July the 2nd. Now, come September the 1st, Gabby didn't make it back. Brian Laundrie's came back home, allegedly. We don't know if that's true or not, if he came back home. We've heard that he's even been back more than that time. I just want to find out. Let me give you some rundown of the there's something I wanted to share with you guys, and I hate that I ain't even got it up. I might have to go and get it. If I do, that's fine. So let me tell you some of the timeline. So I want to share not just my theory, but some facts and information that make you go, I mean, I just want you to think. I don't want to disrespect this family, none whatsoever. But I do believe that, and this is just what my belief is. It don't have to be your belief. I do believe there's more to this than just Gabby. So on 8/13, between 8/13 and 8/18, two women that was at the same campground was killed. Did you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. I need to see if you guys is in the building. And we're going to talk about a little bit of it. Okay, Rita. Yes. Okay. You guys, you know what? We finna go live on another platform. We was going to do it today. But we'll have 2 platforms going live at the same time, just to let you guys know. I have been working. I have not been putting a lot of time like I usually on this channel because I've been doing other stuff, trying to get other channels up and running, and we are now in the house. And so I'm just telling you guys, we're gonna have it going on over here. And just be sure you're gonna see a lot of new people come in. Please be nice to them. If they don't know the rules, don't start. I just can't stand when I see people do that. I just can't take it. So you're gonna see a lot of new people come in the building. Make sure you make them be friends with them. Make them feel at home. Okay. I'm just letting you know what's coming up real soon. Hey, Passion B, how you doing? So let me try to find. Hey, Goddess, how are you? Thank you for showing on up. Let me try to find. I've got I can find the clip itself, but let me see if I can find where it reads it at. Okay, that's talking about soon Paula. Okay, here. Sean Paul asked people in Facebook post Friday to remember. Okay, so Kaylin, there's a lady named Kaylin and Crystal. They just got married. They was out doing some camping, outdoor stuff too. Their lives, and they were found dead. You guys understand what I'm saying? I want to share that with you. Between the August the 13th and the 18th, they were found killed. Okay, let me share with you a little bit of the information because they're not putting a lot of information out there. They're saying at first they was like, we don't know if it was somewhat connected. And then they turned around and said, no, it's not connected. But here's the thing. Everyone who sent well wishes, Kaylin and Crystal, they want anyone that has any information regarding August the 13th and the 18th. Now, here's one of the problems. And I think it's Kaylin is, like I said, you guys, they both got married and they were out there camping also. And here's the thing. Somebody shot them to death. Okay. That's the first thing I want to share with you. The second thing is Kaylin, the restaurant where they got kicked out at on August the 12th, the day before. Listen, family, pay attention. Kaylin works at that restaurant. Now, I don't know if she had any interaction with Bryant, but she works at the restaurant. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It's some kind of Mayflower or some kind of morning flower place or whatever. Let me see. But this is what it says. Cover had heard. Okay. There's been complaints. The 2 women complained about a creepy guy near their campsite to their friends twice in the days before their disappearance. But she knew the situation was serious when their Harley Davidson motorcycle was found in the town. This is what I'm saying. These 2 women came up missing. They had complained to their friends about a creepy guy near their campsite. You guys feeling what I'm saying? And they came up missing. And another YouTuber, I mean, not YouTuber, but a TikToker. It seems like everybody that has some information, they're TikTokers, you guys. So I don't know what YouTube and Facebook is doing, but TikTok and Instagram got it going on. So we need to get over there. Okay? We're going to go where all the action is at and where the people is, and they're talking and they're finding, they're very involved. I'm a very involved person. I like to be involved. They go out and look, not like YouTube where they're all on there beefing and she did this and no, you ain't got to worry about it. TikTok, they just go do what they need to go do. They found the van. They found these women. This is what these people are doing. They're making a difference. So I'm just saying, TikTokers, okay, Instagrammers, they're a little bit more involved than YouTubers and Facebook. I mean, YouTube is getting worse than Facebook. Facebook is, and I'm just going to say it's the worst with all the beef in this, but YouTube done got all this, stuff that I'm not even comfortable with. I'm just not. But like I said, we're making moves. But anyway, these two women came up missing, and I can't see what you guys are saying. They came up, SP, can I have your email, please? What do you mean my email, please? Text it to me. Text it to me. That was on the 27th, the situation in the restaurant. What? The situation in the restaurant? What do you mean? She said the situation in the restaurant was the 27th. What do you mean? Who said that? No, JoJo baby. Listen, JoJo baby. Now you guys better come on. Okay. The police stopped them on the 12th. Right? Okay, let me see. The fight with Gabby and Brian. The fight with Gabby and Brian. Okay, you're talking about, okay, the van that was spotted was, the witness say the fight at the date. On the 27th. SP, don't give them your email. No, I don't do email. Pez is family member, but I don't give nobody my email address. Moonflower is a co-op the day everybody called the police. Yes, Moon. Okay. So the two different, okay. So Shay Bay is in here. She's telling us there's two different incidents, because here's the thing. So I didn't know what JoJo was talking about, but there must be two different incidents, because here's the thing. The day that they got stopped by the police officers, it was the 12th, right? Let me pull up a picture real quick, because it will give me the date, because you guys, I come in here late and you guys want to give me the runaround. Got me all looking all confused. That quick. Because we're not trying to get this stuff wrong. I was going to write some stuff down, but okay, let me see here. Yes. Okay. I'm right. August. Here we go. Right here, you guys. The police. You can see the date up there at the top. Oh, God. The police stopped them at 4:07 in the afternoon on August the 12th. Okay? So, y'all, please don't do that. We talking about two different situations. That's good. I see it for you to view later. I understood about the email. No problem, Paz. You're all good. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. Some have scrutinized this situation and are believing it's another stage FF. Really? Okay. Sorry, wasn't sure which fight you was talking about. No problem. This is why we come in here in the conversation room. So when we get questions and stuff, now we know that there's two different fights. So JoJo, don't ever be scared to put out there what you say or something. How far were the two girls from Telluride? Anyone know? Telluride. They had a fight in front of the Moon, whatever cafe, but got kicked out another restaurant. And the hotel the cops put Brian at was like 5 minutes from the bar the girls went missing from. Okay, so the girls went missing between the very next day that Brian and Gabby got stopped by the police. Okay, remember, this is the timeline. You guys need to write this down. 8/12, I'll write it down. 8/12, the police stopped Brian and Gabby. Okay, the police stopped them. See? Okay, 8/13 to 8/18, they were looking for these two women. Now, I don't know, when we do have to go and find out if we do know that Caitlin, one of the women, worked at the Moon Flower or Moon, whatever it's called again. Somebody gave us the name. I think she called it Moonflower Cafe. Okay. Cheryl said the Moon whatever cafe, the Moonflower. I think it's called Moonflower. Hi at SP, have the dates been changed? What dates? No. So let me get into the things that I wrote down while I was, doing a little research. So these women came up missing. Like I said, Brian and Gabby got stopped on the 12th. These women came up missing between 8/13 and 8/18. Okay. Now remember, Brian and Gabby was fighting about, didn't have no money and didn't want to pay the bill. There's a 911 call out there where a man called in and told the police officers that Bryant was seen. I mean, they said that the individual that they seen was slapping the woman. Okay. So I'm wondering why these police officers did not come and say, hey, we've got somebody that said that they've seen you, Brian, slapping her. Now we know you got marks all over you. You got marks on your face or whatever. But we have a witness that's seen you put your hands on him. Matter of fact, I'm going to play that 911 call because I got it somewhere here. Why don't we play this 911 call so everybody can hear it? If you hadn't heard it, you'll hear it here first. Make sure you guys share this video. Come on in. Share. Here it is, right here.
I'm right on the corner of Main Street by Moonflower, and we're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. Florida with the white license plate, white van, gentleman, 5'6", sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove. Grand County Sheriff's Office. Hi, can you hear me, sir? Yeah, I hear you. Hi, I'm calling. I'm right on the corner of Main Street by...
Okay. I let y'all hear it twice because I recorded it twice just so I could get the information. Did everybody hear? This was, and yes, the other place, I can't see who put that in there, the Piglet something, the Mary Piglet or something. So there's two places where they've been put out. Valerie Montgomery said the Mary Piglet Cafe. That's one place. But this place right here, that's 812. They were fighting at the Moonflower. That's what the guy, when he called in. Okay. They were at the Moonflower. And only thing I wanted to share on that is Caitlin, one of the ladies that was found dead, shot at a campsite. She was shot, you guys. Worked at the Moonflower. Now, it's just a coincidence. She works at the Moonflower. She's out shopping. Somebody noticed her Harley Davidson motorcycle riding in town. So whoever did this to them, they've been riding their motorcycle. Now, isn't it kind of weird that Bryant got all of this unauthorized using credit cards? It's a debit card, a Capital One. Actually, it's two Capital Ones. And usually people don't have two of the same credit card. I do, but I mean, I don't try to have two of Capital Ones. I mean, there's all kind of other ones out there. You know, there's Credit One, there's American Express, there's, all kind. But I do have two because I have one that's a MasterCard and then I have one that's a Visa. But I have two Capital One cards. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that these two women were shot. Here's the thing about that. Bryant does own a gun and had one when they went on their trip. Okay. Now, then there was a witness. The van was spotted on 827, and a witness say that there was a fight at the other restaurant, which was the Mary Piglet one. An old text comes from Gabby's phone on 827. We're writing this stuff down because we're going to get a timeline and we're going to put something together. So sometimes just seeing something instead of speaking on it, it's a little bit more visible. It is for me. I have to basically see it, okay? So then on 829, a witness picks up, on 829, you guys, a witness picks up Brian hitchhiking, and he has money. He offers him $200 just to take him to Jacksonville, which is only but 10 miles away. If you're a survivalist, and then they said he wasn't dirty or anything. And he just comes in, hey, I'll give you $200 if you just take me here. And we have a little bit of that, but I don't want to show it because a lot of people's getting strikes showing that woman's video, okay? She didn't give us authorization. I mean, you can always take it if you wanted to, there's certain things you can do to do it, but I might put it in somewhere else, but I'm gonna reach out to her because she said the only thing you got to do is ask. So I'm gonna go ask and see if she say yeah. Okay. I wanted to share with you guys. There's another person. There's been a sighting of Bryant since this situation somewhere in like down south. Okay. either Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, or somewhere. Somebody said that they seen Brian. There's been more than one person. And it's weird because guess what? Somebody they found dead behind the trash can down there. And they left a backpack. Okay. I want you guys to know that as of today, there is 2 to 3 new rewards. You have a 20,000 reward offered. And then I heard of a 5,000, and I guess I heard today maybe somebody else put out another 5,000. So it should be the reward for Bryant now is up to 30,000. Now don't quote me on that because that was somebody else's content. I only know about the 25,000. That is for a fact. I haven't heard of the other one yet, but they put that out there. So I'm letting you guys know I haven't seen the update of the receipts on that. But I do know for a fact 20,000 is offered by Boohoffen Law Firm. And then there is a anonymous $5,000. So if you see Bryant Laundries or Laundries, you can get $25,000 to $30,000 right now. And this is not for his arrest, but his whereabouts. There is some conditions. These, I know the 20,000 is open for the next 2 months. And it's just for his whereabouts. He's still just a person for using unauthorized debit cards. We found out it was Capital One. That is a fact. We don't have to sit there and say, was it her phone? They never found Gabby's phone. But here's something funny too, you guys. Gabby did, if you go back and look at the video, Gabby had a smartwatch and she had one of the good ones. They even know the time of death. Okay? They know the time of death because on those smartwatches, the really nice, good ones, the more expensive ones, which Gabby had, it takes your heart rate. Okay? So she's got all kind of information with all the technology stuff that she had. Now, did they take it off of her? Who knows? Someone made a suggestion that Brian Laundrie's family driveway have brand new cement in the driveway. 2 different places. Did you guys notice that? Oh, let me back up a little bit. The warrants is issued for Bryant's for using the Capital One debit cards, using 2 cards between 8:30 and 9/1. So that's 3 days. So whatever he did not have authorization. And I'm thinking to myself, well, a lot of people's like, maybe he used Gabby's stuff. And I'm thinking, well, they were together. That would be kind of really awkward and very, I don't know if it was their Gabby's card, especially having 2 Capital Ones. You guys, did you guys hear what I'm saying? I did not get 2 Capital One debit cards. And for, big amounts till I was older. I didn't get them when I was 20, 22, 21, 22. Now, she could have had her godmothers or her mothers. You know how they give them to you and say, if there's a, emergency comes up, you can use the card or whatever. And so, but only you can use the card. And so could that been a reason to hurt Gabby? And, it could be. Somebody came to me in my inbox and was like that, saying that. Brian's family did make a trip to Orlando, which they drove, you guys. They didn't fly. They drove. and 2.5 hour drive to meet up with the attorney. So they're not trying to talk on the phones or anything. And the last thing I heard, the actor, the bounty named Dog, or Dwayne Dog, whatever, he was down there in Florida getting married, you guys. And he went over to the Laundrie's house and he was knocking on the door. And he is now looking for Brian. He even actually reached out, made a statement to Brian's family and said, help us find your son alive. So I'm just letting you guys know. Thank you, T-Star, for becoming a member again. Thank you for renewing your membership. Thank you, T-Star. I see you in the building. Hold on. Hold on. We got a lot of stuff mixed up, but we getting it. Okay, so thank you, T-Star. Are you out the hospital yet? Okay, I need, Mary says they have, oh, you know what? I was thinking about that too. Dirty laundries. Yeah. Oh, Wayne Champman, Dog, the bounty hunter. Yep. Dwayne, Dog. We just call him Dog. Those people are shady. Now, you got to remember, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. Thank you for renewing. Yes, thank you. He has, Galaxy says, and if anybody want to come up on the platform, you guys, or let me put it up there. You guys can come on up there. Let me put it up there. I need somebody to come and talk to me. Come and talk to me. Tell me what your thinking is. I gave you mine. I gave you my thinking. I want you guys to tell me what you're thinking. Because I really don't like to talk to myself. But I wanted to share that with you guys. I really did. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is, okay, let me share with you. Kelly Price is found. Kelly Price is not missing anymore. Shalana, just to let you know. This man coming off like a serial killer. Yes, Rita. I'm thinking, could it be that he got rid of Gabby because she knew? Hey, Miss Val, what's going on?
Hey, Miss FP. They alleged that his parents, the neighbors, as soon as he got back, they packed up in a camper, a 23-year-old, and go on a little miniature camper trip. How do they know that they didn't transport her body or something from the house?
Right. I don't know. I know today they went back to their house and got
DNA.
Yeah, they got some more items that they can compare to the DNA. And I'm thinking, well, him and Gabby, they knew they'd been in a fight and all this other stuff. And I mean, that's fine. But is this DNA going to help them with the two women too? Because
that's what I'm thinking. I think they may have come back to DNA. I don't know, because I know they have found a body or two. They didn't say what, if it's male or female. And they come back to DNA on yesterday, the day of the service, and got some items like what they say his hair and stuff of that nature. That's from his attorney. That's what the FBI went back to get. I don't know if they're trying to compare it, like I say, to a body or to those other two women, because me and Betty said that last week that he may be, I say maybe a serial killer, and his parents don't know because them two women, that's awfully strange. You're in the same vicinity of these two women, and the way that these two women was found, or how this person did them. So if he's an abuser of Gabby, he may not like women very well, and because they shirts pulled, one of them shirts pulled up and shot him in the chest and stuff, is just cruel. So what do you think?
Okay. I think that this DNA that they're looking for, there was a campsite next to Gabby where they found Gabby at. Like somebody was burnt something. They burnt something because they showed the little picture, and they was wondering why somebody was cooking right next to her body or something. I mean, I don't know what they burnt. I don't know if they burnt her, because like I said, they didn't have a casket at her funeral. So I believe that she was
collecting body parts. At least that's what the one of the retired FBI, he said, look, he was showing when they discovered her. They looked over to the left. If you saw the film where the FBI, when they discovered her body, they walked down some, so I don't know if an animal had gotten to her or something. So evidently, because they say remains, so she probably was decomposed. And who knows if something out in the element got a hold to her, because what you got alligators, snakes, and stuff. I said, it's angering me. I mean, I hate that, this is happening to this lady, but they really putting in, they want this cat back. I mean, everybody. Anytime Dog, the Bonnie Hunter, I really don't care for him too much. He's coming out. John Wash, I think that's his name, the one that his son was killed years ago. Right. You might as well just gone to kill yourself. I said, oh, he is angry. I said, yeah, well, everybody's angry up and down the aisle, but then some people, got some things to say about how much media coverage this is getting. I mean, yeah, she's 22, and, I'm not even going to go there badger her because her parents are suffering enough, because it's her fault. You could tell this young lady, look at her, and anybody that know when a woman is in distress, when she bent down holding her knees when she was talking to the cops, she was like, hey, could you please just take me? That's what it seemed her body language was saying. Hey, can y'all just take me away from here? The other police officer, the female, she noticed something was wrong right off. She said, you deserve better than this. And just wish, they could have got this young lady, because she don't know. We're in love. And who knows? He might have been beating her even at the house. She was staying with them. Right. And for them not to say something, my kids, they know me, and I'm sure Carolyn will tell you, if you're getting drunk, I'm gonna take you to jail. I'm gonna take you myself, because I don't want no cops hurting you. I'm gonna fight for you. But if you're doing wrong, you better tell me what you're doing. If it wasn't to save your life, your child's life, then we got a problem. Right. But you're just taking someone's life for the hell of it, because you're jealous, possessive of this young lady. Right. He up there smiling in the cop's face, and the cop's begging him, like, oh, let me see your hands. You worried about this cat here that is abusing this young lady. If you look at her arm, that right arm, when she's sitting in the police, she may have been tan some, but if you look at the back of her right arm, you would have seen bruising on there. But they didn't pay that attention. Right. Did anybody notice that? I think both of them was fighting each other. Toxic. They're very toxic relationship. Right. Betty, what do you got to say? Yeah, Judge.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all don't stop playing. Yeah. It's a sad case, and my condolences to her family. And my condolences to the young man who they found, the young man in college. See, yeah, I'm going to talk about everybody. It's just terrible right now. But to SP, I agree with you. I believe that this young man, when they say survivalist, what does that mean?
He can live on.
I don't want, I'm not. What does that mean? So let's without death being involved. When you're on the streets, you're gonna do whatever you have to do to survive, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's what I see here with him. And when she realized, I am so angry with the police right now. I don't care what they can come out and say whatever they want. They need to be
They could have
suspended.
stopped it.
They need to be retrained because every sign that girl never stopped crying when she got in their presence. So even if she hit him, her little small frame couldn't do no damage to him. Only if she had nails, maybe just what she did, scratch him. But she couldn't have done no harm to him. And for them to say, I'm gonna start there, because that was the safety, right? That was her being saved right there. When they said in the arrogance, maybe y'all didn't hear it, I did, of the police. Well, at the end of the day, you've done what you're supposed to do, because they're gonna basically, what he's saying, they're gonna wind up back together again.
Yeah.
I heard that.
And
there's 6 over here and half a dozen over there.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they're gonna end up back together. We'll hear about it in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. They could have saved her.
And she was in the car talking to her parents. They should have asked her, can they come and get you? Can they send for you? Because guess what? Her car could have been picked up later. There was a way. I was to ask her, and he's saying, well, she crazy. And so I'm listening to these men.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm listening to these men talking to him like he's showing up. Now, if he had been bloodied, that would have been something different.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it might have been a little different for me. But they will have.
Hi, FP in the panel.
Good afternoon. How are you, prosecutor?
I'm doing all right. I just have a whole different opinion. I believe, as far as the cops, in a way, they made the right decision. Like, they was trying to get him a chance without having to arrest anyone. And normally we don't get that no more.
Arrest them. I would have preferred them to.
And then I honestly believe all the hitting, all the arguing, all the bickering just kept going higher and higher. And he just shut up and choked her straight to death. But I don't believe they set out on a trip and now he's a serial killer. No.
You don't believe
not
he
at
was
all.
doing stuff.
He
was doing things.
Where was she when he was killing the ladies then?
She used to step off from him. If you recall, they said she would go off from him to do her little
video.
Something, her videos. So for like 6 hours at times, this one, if I can recall correctly, she was away, sitting somewhere, and he probably did like most people. He wandered off. I'm not going to necessarily. Well, I'm okay. I'm not going to take back what I said. He was doing things, and when they were at that store, whatever the little Piggly place, wherever it was, and they got into the argument, and maybe some girl said something. Girl, you need to. Somebody said something, and she argued back and forth. But listen,
the waitress, I'm wondering if the waitress, one of those girls, she said worked at one of the restaurants, because they say he kept going out and come back in. He wouldn't let it go. He was fussing about
somebody exactly.
Yeah, and this couple said they was looking at that. She was outside crying.
Okay, I can agree with maybe one of them did, say something that made them mad.
She probably was trying to help the girl. Listen, I know I get in trouble with my family all the time. If I'm out, hi Barbara, how you doing? And I see Barbara and somebody's doing something to her. I don't have to know her who her family is. I am going to say something.
Yeah, like how you doing? Everything okay?
Nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, y'all good? Y'all good? No.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, hey, and then I would proceed to say, hey, son, why don't you go ahead and give her some time. I'll give her a ride home, or I'll give her. That's me. I don't know nobody that will see something escalated to the point that I'm confused why 911 wasn't called. Hello, 911 wasn't called to say, hey, we got a disturbance here. I'm just sorry. There's so many this baby family. She did.
Yeah.
And
I believe the parents are helping him. They know exactly where he is. To me, he's most narcissist people. They don't kill themselves. So I'm thinking like he gonna leave some clothes or some behind at the reserve, somewhere here, somewhere there, just as a catch me if you can.
Here's
Well,
what I
if he's
don't
not
like.
already out the
If
country,
it
he may be out the country because they hadn't seen him since Tuesday. We don't know if that is true or not. Because I mean, they left in a camper, a new camper, and they went. Who goes camping with their older parents? And then they come back, and then he's supposed to take the car over here and left it at that reserve. They probably got the boy out the country, especially if he told them what he did. Because I can't see a parent sitting there and you don't tell him, "Well, I killed my girl" or whatever, and you
You
sit there.
know, the mom probably didn't know everything to the extent, but dad knew. That's why lawyer was
that
ready and everything.
Right.
Dad
let me tell you
knew.
something. And we know about what our kids gonna do. I'm
Yeah,
sorry again. I disagree. I believe that um the parents knew. Let's start right here. We ain't got to go to the parents knew when he came back by himself
yeah, exactly. In her van.
Right.
in her car.
Right. Floyd A.
Okay.
Williams.
And the
You
neighbors
And didn't nobody
said,
say,
out.
hey, where's Gabby? I don't even see why he came back in the van. I think
Yes,
that was the
ma'am.
last result. Because that was the stupidest thing you could do. If you pull up at my house, now I'm wondering how much did they care for this girl? She's been living there with y'all. So that becomes like a daughter-in-law, basically. Like y'all gotta have love for this person. So at the end of the day, of course, I love my son, but I'm not going to stand behind you when you do something like this. And
Wrong
I
kid.
feel that either they used to do this at the house and get in. I mean, this didn't just happen on the
Hmm.
trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because the parents should have love for her. I mean, you stand in my house, I'm not gonna ask soon as you pull up, like, where's Gabby? Even if you tell me, oh, I took her to New York, she's gonna be coming, she wanna spend some time with her family. Okay, by tomorrow, I need her on the phone to say hello. This
Yeah.
child was living in my home. And at the end of the day, you need to start talking because a real son will not want to involve his parents. You got them right in my house looking through my things. And I just feel that that's not cool. Like if you did something like this, I'm gonna tell on you straight up. I might help you get a lawyer because you do need, counsel. But I'm not gonna be, oh, I hope you get off. No, I hope they don't give you the death penalty. That's what I hope they don't do. But I mean, you're deserving of whatever because there's a child gone. Whether I have my child, but they don't have theirs. And that
Right.
be quiet, I never could understand that because you can't keep me in New York. I would have been on that property in the front tearing up. You're
Yeah.
going
Well,
to answer my question, where's my daughter?
they may be a little afraid of him because allegedly, this was reported. I've heard it twice that the mother had set up a Gmail account or something, acting like she was someone and put messages out, but it wasn't Gabby, it was her. And Gabby's mother noticed when she asked, said Stan. She didn't call her grandfather Stan. That was a mistake right there. So whoever was sending them texts from her phone or whatever, they thought they were smart, but you don't get away with murder too much, especially when you're not a real criminal. He may be a real criminal, but the parents may not be. But if he tells her to type something, if they get because the neighbors said they were cleaning out her van. So how much evidence was left in that van if he got back on first and she wasn't reported missing to what, the 11th or so?
But believe me, they didn't clean everything. Not when FBI go in there, you didn't clean everything.
Right.
I'm sure they probably didn't. And he had a tarp on top of the van when they showed it because people's GoPros, other campers that was passed by that van. And you seen the sandals at the back of the van. He had killed that girl right there in the spot. That's right. She was found right over there. And that black tarp cat, it wasn't on top of her van anymore. So he probably
Right.
drug her over to wherever he was going to lay her to rest
Okay.
or just leave her out there. She could have got 8 or anything.
Florida.
I think the animals did disturb her body, though,
Florida
a little
Williams.
bit.
You have something to say? Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Well, I got to say, I find that, man.
We can't hear you. She waited all this time and we can't hear her. I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am. What I have to say.
Go ahead. We hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
What I got to say was, I find it kind of strange how they got into it, and then he kept going in and out of the restaurant, and which I was up there listening to what you were saying, but when the man called wherever restaurant they was at, called 911 on them, like the I forgot the word, but for being unruly at the restaurant.
Right.
And he like, this man was up there slapping her, and then only way she, like you said, only way she had to protect herself, because she didn't, from the video when she was sitting in the police car when that day that you showed us, that she looked like she couldn't really defend herself. Only thing she had was her nails, and maybe when he was talking down to her, only way to keep him quiet probably slapped him back. But when a person about that size, and then she had to have a phone to call somebody, and then for him to take wherever she had, how would she had to get back to her family? Right. Then only thing else that I have to say about the situation, if she was staying with him or something, I didn't really get the most of it, but what I do understand, how she was abused by this man, he didn't care for her at all. So that's all I got to say about that.
Well, thank you.
Right. SP, I believe that she was between a rock and a hard place, because you think about it, she's 22. He's 23.
Right.
Why was she staying with them? And I know they grown. Don't misunderstand me. I know they grown. They supposed to be fiancés. But we now since people want to always put this out there, I'm gonna put it out there because it's real. Different cultures handle things differently.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that again. Different cultures handle things differently. Abuse is abuse. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not high fiving abuse. Abuse is abuse. Okay. However, if our children, if my son, I don't know. It's not me. I don't have anything else on, so I don't know where the feedback is coming from. If it's my son, I'm certain if it was your son and he was living in the house with you, and you noticed that he pushed the girl, she pushed him back, that'd have been the first push, and it wouldn't be no more. Because we don't allow that. As much as we can help it in our presence. Now listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about when they were on a camper trip. You lived in the house with your parents. Mm-hmm. So that means at some point in time, your mama heard you raise your voice at her. She's heard you. She has seen things. I don't care how scared she is. Frying pans still work. I said different cultures do different things. Right. Abuse is abuse. But if you've been abused, mama, you don't know the signs. So
And
you
that's what
thought
I
what your
said too,
son was
Daddy. I
doing
believe the
was
mama
okay.
has been abused also.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you something. When he pulled up and that baby wasn't with him, they wouldn't have had to be wondering where he was. FBI, everybody would have been on my lawn because I would have called them on him, because I would have known that he had done something to somebody else's child.
Right.
We have to stop turning our head. And again, see, I read that comment earlier and it bothers me. It does have a lot to do with it. I got a problem with the fact that this thing is getting a whole lot of publicity. We still got 2 babies from last year. Ain't nobody talking about that. The young man in college, it wouldn't have been said had his mama. But like you said, SP, we have to be the voices for our people of color, okay? Y'all want me to say it? The people of color, the only way we're going to get publicity is we have to run our mouth. This girl, listen, 48 hours normally film a week in advance. She was on 48 hours this weekend. I saw her on 48 hours. They don't move that fast. The 2 babies been missing for a year. I ain't seen nothing but one time about the 2 little boys. The little boy missing, excuse me. And then the other little boy, California boys. We don't see that stuff. And it's not like you're looking at her family. She's not well off. So what is really pushing this?
I think it's more Barbara done went to sleep. Yeah. Barbara done went to sleep. Okay, Barbara, it's okay. She's like, I'm out. Barbara, you okay? She'll probably wake up in a minute. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to speak. Okay, so we're kind of just voice what you want. I think it's more to it than just Gabby, and I think that's what people don't understand, and the police can't say it right now because they thought, okay, if we say that there's a connection or they're looking, or they basically came on and like, oh no, there's no connection. And I thought, well, that's kind of quick to say there's no connection. You don't have nobody. How you know it's no connection? You didn't want to scare the person. The person already know what they done did, so they take off running. It's easy to, okay, if the police stopped him and Gabby, and now Gabby shows up, or Gabby, they're looking for Gabby, and then they finally find Gabby. They could always come and say, he can always come and say, we got into another fight. You guys seen what she done to me before. Go to court, he would not lose.
She grabbed the wheel also.
It doesn't matter. He would not lose. These police officers put him in a room. They said that he was the one that's being abused. So that
he was the victim.
That just shows you that. Why is he running? Because that's a good evidence. That's a bulletproof evidence that you police put me up in the room on the 12th. Yeah, I was scared. Yeah, I can get in trouble for doing something to the corpse or hiding it or told a lie, but I'm not going to run for that. So why is he running? Because he has a really good, like I said, evidence receipts that he was a victim at one particular time that the police says.
And that makes a lot of sense. Like, why would you run? Because, like, you in a perfect position to get off with that. So that makes me now that I didn't think about it until you said it. Maybe them 2 girls is on your head.
It is. He was angry for one thing. A woman challenged him. He's a narcissist. Okay. He didn't like the fact that this woman, when she went up against him, she went up against him. Okay. And so he was, remember, it was said she was sitting and doing some work at one point, because he didn't sit with her, y'all. But I'm like you, SP. they can't put everything out there. That's why the FBI done took it over, because they can't put everything out there. And when he started using the credit cards,
Right.
that was a good way for them to step in.
Because remember, they were arguing they didn't have no money on the 12th. Then all of a sudden on the 22nd, right, he's got $200 to hand somebody. He done got these cards there. And here's the thing. If I'm dating somebody and the police know that's my fiance or whatever, you don't have to be present to use my card. I can hand my card to my kids and give them the PIN number, and it's fine. Whether I know that they've been in a car wreck or something happened to them or me, and they're still using my card. You don't know. They gave me permission a long time ago. How would I get the PIN number? This is not my first time using it or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I just don't even believe that the Capital One cards is Gabby's. I just don't believe they're Gabby's. I believe that they're these two women and they're two Capital One cards, and that's a fact. And now they're looking for some DNA. I do. I don't. Okay, do you think? Answer this question. I need everybody on the panel to answer this question. Two Capital One cards. What would Gabby be doing with two Capital One cards? More than $1,000 that you can get on both of them.
Okay. I'm echoing. I don't know why.
You're not echoing over here.
Oh, okay.
You echoing. You got.
No, I'm only have my phone.
Okay.
I know that you can have two Capital One cards. You can have a regular one and a platinum one. Okay. But what I'm thinking that I've been wanting to say is that this situation has been going on ever since she was staying with them, because there's no way that he just started jumping on her when they went on this trip. And I believe that this situation is known in their house, known in the mother and father. They knew what he was doing, because I believe he probably even bullied them. You know what I mean? He's probably a spoiled child, and he was allowed to bring her here. It's just been a thing where now, far as the cops not taking her, look, when the cop comes to your house and there's an argument going on, the one who has the mark around their neck or whatever, or the girl could have scratched him like she did, he's considered the abuse one, because he got a scratch. Right. Even if he's bigger, because he can say, I was trying to keep her away from me. But she did everything but said, help me. You know what I mean? She was crying so hard that she was like, please take me away. But they were covering their butt. If you listen to how they was talking, they was making sure that they think they was giving her the right information. So if anything come up, that they could say, well, I said this and I said that. But right. Somebody didn't realize that they didn't have their speaker off when they said, oh, they'll be back again together tomorrow. Because that's what they're used to. You know what I mean? That's normally when you see somebody abused, you normally see people like me that went back to the situation instead of staying away. You always go back for some reason, because you just think that's what you're supposed to be until something like this happens. Right. You know, but yeah, I mean, that's a lot, you know. if the lady cop was reading that she thought that this girl was in trouble, she should have. Well, I can't say, but I believe she should have stepped to him and said something. You know, but we don't people don't realize what the person who's being abused is going through. They don't realize that you will do everything you can, even if the cops are sitting there. You're not going to say nothing. You're going to keep on rocking and rubbing your legs and hoping that you're sending off some type of signal. And if don't nobody read it, you know what I mean? It's just another day.
Right.
His parents got a little money, so I believe they've helped him. That little road trip helped
Most
him get
definitely.
establishing wherever. But at this point, you know, you're right, Miss Barbara. When you're being abused, people see and don't see. Some people see and don't see. And so when I'm looking at these cops having this casual conversation with him, like, you know, oh, you know, man, I know my wife do the same thing. It burnt me up because we're not talking about your wife. We talking about a 22-year-old who's a long way from home. See,
and didn't they both have mental illness and wasn't taking their medication?
No. Listen.
Listen, that's what I was about to say.
We don't want to keep every time something. Okay, now I'm just ready to get into the.
Don't judge Betty Kelly because everybody ain't mental. Because everybody is something with them to be mental.
You not saying that I am. Every time it's one is the other race is
right. Mental.
They on this medication. They on that medication. Well, we have black people that take the same medication. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, email me. Okay. So why every time they do something, we run quickly? He forgot to take his pill. Well, if I don't take my blood pressure pill every day, guess what? My blood pressure gonna send me out, make my head hurt. Does that mean I'm gonna go kill somebody?
No.
No. You know, and this is so yes, I like what you said this morning, SP. We gotta, you know, hey, we've been rolling with this for years. My dad was a slave child, but that don't make my neighbor white. You ain't do it. As long as you cool with me, I'm cool with you. You step out of pocket, I'm gonna step out of pocket. Then we get back in pocket. Good morning. I wasn't on a slave. I probably couldn't have been a slave. I'd been dead.
Me too. My mother said the same thing about me. She said, "No, I tried to go into service."
I'm tired of people saying, "Stop doing that." Mental illness. They have enough. People have enough that they deal with that stigma already. They are not murderers. They are not people that just flick off. That's children. Not true. Because you have people who live with this illness every day. And every time something goes awry in this culture, first thing they say is, oh, they schizophrenic or they mental. But they don't allow us to use that same card.
No, they shoot us and every darn thing else.
So when I go kill up 10,000 people, I flipped out, but now I'm back.
Yeah, that's funny how they took out
exactly because one of my medicines is for pain and depression.
I can't hear Betty.
Go ahead, Betty.
I'm gonna finish. The people in Texas, we just did the mock court. They saying this boy has a mental, but he's already been tried and hung. Come on,
right?
We didn't give the latitude to him, and he was documented. Let's be real. He is documented.
Right.
He is documented that there is some issues there. His this. We know this to be what? Facts. We speculate because, who would my son? Come on, tell the truth, shame the devil. Your son, something. Hey, he's a narcissist. He's controlling. And when he walked in here and I didn't see her, I didn't know what to do. Please help us. 911.
I don't care if you got a sneaking call. But they did nothing. The only person spoke out was the sister.
That's what we do. I'm going to shut up. We feed into it. Yeah, where they say he has a mental illness, we feed it. We send it on down the road.
I ain't feeding into that mess. I ain't feeding into it because the police got a high rate of divorce anyway because they're abusive to their spouses. So that was right up their alley.
Exactly.
They could identify with him. So no, he ain't mental.
Right.
So don't even bring that step up in here in this chat. Not while I'm on here.
I don't think he took his medicine. Well, first of all, if they both were on any kind of medication like that, why would they?
I don't see why they should be together. Yeah.
She seemed to be pretty well to do. I mean, you know, she must have been. Thank you. So why we always think, oh, they went all right? Why?
And she just have anxiety.
People attacking. They attack this platform because we don't want to feed into their food. The bull.
Exactly.
No, you can say that part. So when we say no, here's the facts. He left home in his right mind, got in a truck with her, and decided they was going to drive cross country. She said, "Well, I got my new truck. Let's try it out." Whatever they talked about, because you know young people do all kinds of stuff. You wouldn't have got me in no truck going cross country nowhere, young, old, whatever. But we keep on wanting to say, and I don't. When I hear it, it makes my body cringe because guess what'll happen, y'all? He'll come in the courtroom, and that's his case. Slam dunk. Well, y'all knew something was wrong with me when you stopped me, when you pulled me over with her. I was telling y'all she was getting on my nerves.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because they did nothing to try to help her. I mean, because if she was having, they say she has a OCD, a cleaning disorder. Hell, I have that. I can't stand something dirty and everything. And she kept cleaning.
If she has OCD, I don't think that you can be in that small place together like that at the same time.
Yeah, you could be in there. OCD, I think, is a cleaning disorder. And I mean, I have phobia. I'm phobia of small places, but I cannot stand for things to be dirty around me. My daughter leave the house because I clean with bleach all the time. Or I stay up and clean. I'll move the house around. People get up and they say, "What you gonna do? Move the refrigerator up in the living room?" Because I can't stand things to just be out of place. This is probably about the out of place my house has been because I've had knee surgery. I've been in a car wreck last month. Accident in Walmart July. So it's going to slow me down. That makes me depressed, but I ain't going to go out and kill nobody because I'm depressed. Everybody's suffering from depression. Hell, the whole world is depressed right about now with all this pandemic. And you can't go nowhere, and these people with their masks and all this going on. So my best thing is to stay in the house. So I don't have no confrontation with nobody, but I ain't going to kill nobody unless you're trying to take my life or bother my kids. Hey, a man, you can replace a man. You can replace money, but you can't replace that life. Once he snuffed that child's life out, whatever he did to her, I'm sure they'll be finished with that autopsy in a couple of weeks or something. Because they say that they couldn't get her body for like 3 weeks. I said, wait a minute. Is she that? What they're gonna? They can't. I don't guess they'll keep her that long because I know they got to get toxicology. They got to see what the cause of that. And I'm sure they couldn't have got it from Sunday when they found her all the way up into Saturday. So that's probably why it's nothing there for them to, say goodbye to. And that's got to be hurting to them. Right. And so no, he can't play that mental mess. The dad, he kind of looks a little bit off. He just looking at people. They call the police on Dog the Bounty Hunter because he knocking on the door. I said, so I think I would have, if I ain't got nothing to do with it, I probably would have relocated. Hey, he can't know where I stay, even if he is my son. Right. But I don't have sons. I got grandsons. But still, we tell him daily, hey, you don't put your hands on a woman. You're bigger, stronger than her. You walk away. Now, she come at you with a knife, my daughter and I will handle her. I don't care how old, so long as she over 18, because we ain't trying to go to jail. Don't put your hands on my grandson. And you have no problem with me. Don't put your hands on my kids. You have no problem with me. Right. But these people, these women killing these babies. Oh, the baby missing. That ain't mental. Your behind just want to go out and have fun and leaving these babies with this fool. One last week, that man had 18 darn records. And I think he said like 14 were felonies. And I'm like, really?
Hold on, Miss Val.
Maybe last week. I think it was last week.
Are you talking about baby? What's her name?
Nevaeh.
Nevaeh?
No, that was
not Nevaeh.
Not Nevaeh.
No, not Nevaeh. It's another one. She left. The mother was it sleep or whatever. The man the stepdad done killed his baby. And then they say, Then she had left him. I think she went to work or something. But he had 18. Told him he raped the baby because he wouldn't quit.
That's
He was
Nevaeh.
hurting him. No, that's not Nevaeh. No, not
No, it
Nevaeh.
was another case before
Yeah,
that, yeah. And I remember
right.
he had a lot of felonies.
No, it's
And
18.
it's like he shouldn't even be out.
He told the police the baby was irking him because he wouldn't quit crying. So you molest the baby and
Uh-huh.
kill him. I'm like, wow. And you could do a background check, $199 just to check him out, and then you shut that account off. You don't let them keep charging. But all it takes is to get behind the computer and see what they rap sheet, and then the sheriff page is gonna pull it up there, and it ain't gonna have to have all the background check money. Go to the sheriff
And that's
department,
the
put
one
his
first
name
he
in.
said he mushed her face
He mushed
or
his face.
whatever
It
for
was a
the
boy.
crying, but it was way more damage than that.
Yeah, it
And
was a boy.
he did something sexual to that baby.
He molested him. His liver was busted. Everything was
Mm-hmm.
messed up on that little baby. I think he was 1 or 2. So no, he wasn't. He wouldn't have no mental problems. The sucker was just sick.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's a difference in sick and these predators than during mental illness.
Okay.
So they need to get the right definition about mental and see what mental is and see what just sick and evil is.
It's wicked.
Yeah,
Wickedness.
exactly.
Okay.
He wouldn't have made it out the house either. So,
I know.
but
No.
I think that's the problem. I don't care who you are, you don't get a pass. And I saw that article and wouldn't even read it because when it started talking about what he had done to the
What he
baby.
did, yeah.
I think we have to somehow or another we've disconnected. Something has come unplugged. We don't protect our kids. We're not, was she grown, he grown. Just because somebody's 18, that don't mean nothing.
Don't make you grown. That don't make you
You're
grown.
21, that don't mean
That don't
nothing.
make you grown. That's just an age.
Let me ask all of y'all, everybody, just think about this. If you don't mind, SP. When do you think you really became grown?
When I started working, taking care of my own responsibilities and learning how to pay my bills, go to work every day, being responsible for my stuff and my children and protecting them at whatever cost. That's when I came
I
grown. I
think
had to
I
grow up.
became grown when I became a parent. Because I knew then it was somebody that I
That
had to
depended
raise
on you.
and
Take care of.
cover them no matter what.
What?
And I
That's what.
believe that made
Because
me a great mom. And I look at little things like it was all, I've never had any essay in my family at all before. But it's just a part of how they groom. Like my daughter, as kids, you not sitting on grandpa lap. That's mom's guy. They was together for 20 years, but that's not my dad. So
right,
no, and all of that sit on the lap and always want to take her to the store and not the other
right.
kids. I mean, it's
Hmm.
a lot of things you look for, but with
Exactly.
the new Nevaeh, when the mom was saying like, oh, I went to work and I came back and I don't know what happened. Her voice wasn't saying that she cared for that baby. You never dropped that cup you had in your hand, and I'm wondering what were you drinking?
But she was more emotional than these other mothers, so-called mothers. These girls, they're not
Yeah,
mothers.
'cause
Because
she
it's
was
most of these
yelling at him
young.
like, you're an adult. But I knew soon as I heard the story, oh, I put him down for a nap. I don't know. Some kids do. My little kids, I guess they was bad. They wasn't napping. They wouldn't take a nap for nothing. But then, oh, you go to sleep, wake up, door wide open. You gonna see the door wide open or feel the air or something.
Yeah, yeah. You
So
put a
I knew
latch up at top and you got
automatically
them
like
kids.
something happened. But at least they did have she did have a father. He had just dropped her home on Wednesday back to her mother for the remainder of the week, he said. So I think they do got arrangements for, him to be with her a certain time. But it's like this man clearly was abusing you. You can tell. And his mom, first thing she say, oh, my son, he wouldn't do anything like this. You don't
Wow.
know what your children would do. You hope they won't do things like that, but there's no telling. I know people that was raised good and later on in life did something that you wouldn't even think of. You know, it's not how you're raised, it's the
Right.
character and
Right.
who you choose to be as a person as you grow. And my kids actually made me grow. I didn't party, none of that. I really wasn't a party girl in the
Yeah. Time
beginning.
is out for that. Yeah. Time is
Yeah,
out
so
once you
I
get
was
a child.
actually ready for my son. And I think I had my son at like 22, going on 23. But like we're still a family to this day. I've been married with my husband. Everybody be like, dang, that's your whole life, 20 years. And all of our children is well
Hello.
behaved. I don't have problems out of school. So it
Hello.
starts with a foundation, a
But you
straight
said something.
foundation.
But look, Kendra, you said something very valuable. It wasn't until you had your own child that
Yes.
that you felt that's when you felt you became grown. I think we all can agree that's when we realize, I can't do the things I used to do. I don't think this generation sees it like that.
Right.
I
There's
think
no
that
more big mamas no more.
well,
Like
well,
I'll call.
first and
Hmm.
foremost, let me tell you why. When you have raised your kids, and y'all all know that well, you raise your kids, and then your daughter or your son have one child. You like, okay, listen, son, listen, daughter. You telling them what to do. Every time you turn around, here's another baby. Here's another baby. Here's another baby.
Uh,
Um,
mm-mm.
you take on the mindset, and Big Mama didn't want to do it either. Come on
Right.
now, but she
Mhm.
did it. Let's don't make it seem like she did it because she was really Big Mama. She did it,
Mhm.
but there was a consequences with it. We may not know what the consequences were, but if you talk to some of them people, they'll tell you, my mother was real mean to me, but she treated my kids okay. Well, if you talk to the kids, you might hear some stories because I hear some stories.
Right.
I just think
Yeah.
that we're not telling our sons or our daughters, listen, the value of having a child, five or six kids don't make you a man.
Right.
No.
Don't depend on them babies to feed you for the rest of your life. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't get offended.
Mhm.
Some people have to be on the system. But when you get to a point that you can go out and work, find you somebody reliable. And until your child gets to a point, I didn't, God bless me. My parents took care of my kids, my two older ones. I didn't have to worry about a sitter because
Right.
I'm telling you, I would be dead. Because if they told me somebody touched them, if I just can't imagine when I think about what's happening with these babies. And yes, Gabby was 22, but she was a baby. She really didn't know what life was about, and got connected with this boy and went and lived with him. No, how often did she try to say, Mom, I'm gonna come there? Maybe she wanted to visit, but whenever she went, he had to go. And they thought it
Exactly.
was so cute. Oh, he's coming too? No, he don't need to come. I'm going to see my mom.
He
And he'll
So
watching
come back.
everything you
hold on,
say.
hold on, Betty. So are you saying that that's the way that she had to come when she come home? He had to be
I
with
believe
you?
so. I believe so, SP.
Oh,
You she was in their house for 2 years.
oh,
You don't hear her parents say, we just visited with her, whatever. I believe whenever she went home, wherever home was, he had to be
He
there.
went with her.
That's because he
Mhm.
didn't want. Because if the first time they said, "Yeah, you look," you know how we do. I mean, we are. If your mom, boy, you losing weight, girl, you lose. No, 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 no. We've been running. We've been running. We've been on the because we getting ready for. He's always interjecting. You know what I'm
right.
saying? If she tried to tell me,
Mhm.
like my daughter, and I'm okay, my daughter has dreads. Why your hair? What happened to your hair? Who cut? What? Why is it plug out your head? Oh my, I was playing around. No, who you talking to? You wasn't playing around with your hair because you paid to get your hair done. I'm just using it as an example. So then
Yes.
I'm wait a minute. So then I'm looking at, hey, can you give us, how they say, can you give us the room?
Right.
I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna ask that question because I'm concerned about my child. And then I'm gonna say, okay, if he or she say something, then I'm gonna say, well, what you doing to her or him? Because if it's something going on, it's not one way, it's two way. Well, I think you need to leave that alone.
Right.
And I think we want to say that's not a culture. I want to say that's a culture thing for us. We're going to investigate.
Yes.
Right.
We nosy. We're going to ask questions.
Right.
But
Okay. Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, family, y'all. It is 1 hour and 32 minutes into the live. Any last words? Anybody?
No, let's
I
just
got a
all
question.
stay vigilant and protect our children. Listen sometimes. Silent. Even when things are silent, you can see things and start paying attention. Don't, oh, well, maybe I'm overthinking it. Ask. You might get somebody that says, yeah, I do need help or want to say something to you one day. You never know.
Right. Thank
So,
you.
you ladies stay safe.
All righty. Thank you, LaKendra.
You're
For
welcome. See you later.
all
Mr.
righty.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Go ahead, Florida.
Mr. I had a question about the two cards that the man had. Did
Okay.
anybody think about checking how many usage of it? I know I had heard a lot of commercial about Capital One that they do research every time you use the card or you get an alert.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what kind of card he got, but I know y'all was saying something about uh Capital One, and they had mentioned that they'll do a back check of how many usage that it been used. So that's why I was wanting to ask. And then to all of y'all, right, and to Miss Betty, uh, when I moved out of my parents' house, that's how I knew I was grown then, because I had a whole lot of responsibilities and stuff. And what I'm saying, yeah, I got nieces and nephews. Most of the time, the parents don't check the kids for nothing. They just let them do what they want to do and thinking they grown and stuff. And I'm like, why y'all doing that? And then the way they go back and say, well, I can do this. My mama can tell. My mom told me to do this. Mama, no, there ain't no way by training a child. Because when they get about our age and get jobs, they ain't going to accept what your mama say and stuff. You can walk out. You can get your walking papers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then main thing is, y'all right. She was 22. She should have did a background check on the man. What was all done to, but way before she met him. Then it seemed like some could have clicked in her mind that someone right with him. So she should have backed away before it got any worse than when what they was all having an altercation at the restaurant or wherever they was going, and how she was with him with his family and stuff. Because a lot of men act funny around they people,
Right.
and if they acting funny around when he started acting like that, then she should have walked away and left him alone
Right.
and got out of it, because that's a red flag when a man is sitting up there acting funny. Well, I told you to do this, I told you to do that, or you gonna do what I say.
Right.
So
You know,
she
did
should have
you know
walked
that
away.
did you know they were high school sweethearts? They went to school
No,
together.
ma'am.
She knew him way
Wow.
before they got together. Yeah, she knew him.
Well,
Now, I don't think she knew how he was when she moved in with his mama and him. That's a whole different story when people get you away from your family.
yes, ma'am.
You're right. They do treat you bad.
Yes,
You are
ma'am.
correct about
But
that.
yes, ma'am. But I didn't know nothing about that. But I was just thinking she was just meeting him the first time, and she fell head over heels over him.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say. And thank y'all for all the information that y'all said and stuff. And I got to do what I got to do up what I need to do, you know. But I enjoy listening to y'all, and
Well,
just some
thank
good
you.
information.
Thank you
So
for
y'all have a
talking to
blessed.
you. You do the
Yes,
same.
ma'am.
Nice
And
talking to
y'all
you.
have a blessed night and stuff.
You
All
do
right.
the same.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, SP, I'm gonna just say this. You hit it right on. She's known him for a while, so she was comfortable with him.
Right.
But her friends said that she was growing away from him. He wanted it to be all about him, and she wanted it to be about the world. Because you could see that in her personality. She was very outgoing. And high school sweethearts, you ain't came into yourself yet. When you're high, once you get out of high school, then you start really saying, "Oh, I gotta make some decisions here. I decide what I'm gonna do." So I pray that the family will find peace somewhere. Um, but I also hope that this is a lesson for all officers and people. Nobody deserves to be mistreated. Nobody.
No.
Nobody deserves to die at the hand of anyone. I've said before, my daughter is an officer, and I do wellness checks on her because they see a lot during the day. They go through a lot. So her mother is her debriefer. Hey, how was your day? Where are you? Thank God, because of what she is good at doing, she's not always on the street. It doesn't matter though. It's the people she encounters. And so, yes, I was very frustrated with the officers, but I'm more even frustrated with the fact that the parents could know something and choose not to speak.
Yeah. Well, I've been noticing that just like in the Nevaeh Allen, the mother came out. First thing she says, "I know good and well my son hasn't done anything." I mean, when we're mothers, I mean, just think about it. I mean, your child gets in trouble. Okay, are we going to stay protective to a certain degree? I think we're going to protect at the beginning. But when things start coming out or something, um, you know, I'm not, I'm, I don't know why they're not helping. They're not helping the situation. But I mean, just think of it like this though. If they don't know where their son is, then there's nothing to say. Because if you don't know
They
where
got an idea, SP. They got an idea. They know what that going to
yeah,
they
okay,
have
but he
thrown.
just used cards. They only have a warrant for him using misuse
Of
of.
course.
So why would I tell you where my son is just because he misused some credit cards? I mean, you guys want to say he did something to Gabby, but I mean, if there's any evidence, you'll get a warrant for that. But you don't have that. But you want me to go tell you so you can go gather some stuff up or whatever. I mean, think about the mom. Would you?
I'm
Think
not going
about
to help you hang him. I'm not going to help you hang him.
right.
I'm not.
Right.
Um,
Because they ain't charged them with nothing but misusing
but the
some
credit
credit
card.
cards.
Credit card. So I think my thing would have been the first day. Like I said, I'm gonna stay with the first day when he came back and Gabby wasn't there. Okay,
Right.
where's Gabby? And why do you have her car and she's not with you? Those would have been my questions. Okay. Then as a parent, we're not talking about the day 3, 4. As a parent, I would have notified her parents, hey, my son has returned. He said him and Gabby had a little falling out. She's da 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 da. Her car is here. Okay.
Right.
That's not what happened. So you know something. When you went beyond that day, then I have a problem. Because now you're aiding, isn't it called aiding and abetting? So whatever comes out, not only did you probably tell them, you know, when y'all got in the car, you gonna have to help me because not only is Gabby this, but I did this too.
Right.
And I think what I was going to say to you before I get off of here, I know you running down. I believe their argument it was about the fact that why we don't have no money, and whose card is this? Who is this? You know how we do. Who is this? Who is this? Whose card is this?
Right.
And whoever took the card, he might have had somebody else's card. We ain't talking about the 2 girls at this point. He might have had some other card, okay?
Well, that's the reason why I'm really thinking something's going on with those 2 other women, because whoever killed those girls, they even got on their motorcycle and went into town. You see what I'm saying? They seen the Harley Davidson motorcycle in town. They may not seen who was riding it, but
right.
Between the 13 and 18, the women was already gone. So you even have the gauze to ride into town on this. So you now have the gauze to use this car. That's why I don't know. I could be wrong, you guys. I really could be wrong. And you know, I just could. But I just see that these cars, that's probably why it is like, I don't know. I just don't believe those cards are Gabby. It could be Gabby's cards, but I don't know.
And she was angry because they was all billed out. I thought
Because
one of them was
why would
used
they
after
be
she died.
arguing about the bill and you got a credit card?
Exactly.
They got thousands and thousands, a couple of $1,000s on it.
Yeah.
Why y'all sitting up there arguing about a $20 breakfast bill?
And he went out not one time. He went out 4 times. Because what he was telling her, get that card back. Whatever it was that he was trying to do, whatever card he was using, he told her get it back. And whoever it was, probably, I'm talking about in the restaurant.
Oh, you talking about the other restaurant? Not the one on the 12th.
No, the one where he went in and he was arguing with the people back and forth. He went out and came back. The last time she was
on the 20, whatever day that was. That restaurant.
Yeah. Now on the 12th, they were arguing then because she's trying to figure out why her bank account's so low. Why can't we pay for the bill?
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a puzzle. It's a lot of missing pieces. And it's more to it than what they're telling us. They see some stuff. Maybe not the local police, but the FBI see some stuff. They see some stuff.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of in agreement. Sonia Watts says, you know, I believe that Gabby either seen it or she knew about it or they were talking about it and they got into it. And when she seen the police behind them, you know,
she got nervous.
And, you know, and we don't know we don't know, but, and that could have been the reason why
Mm-hmm. He
'Cause
done away with her.
Yeah. Well, the women were, I guess they're looking for that, the 13th to the 18th, and the police, I guess, the police incident was the 12th, so that would be before. But still, yeah, it was at the restaurant.
I'm speaking of
They
at the
could be.
restaurant. I believe something happened. I believe if the girl, one of the people worked at the restaurant, they intervened, tried to intervene because he was arguing with her, and he didn't like that.
Well,
He didn't like that.
I'm just saying, I believe that there's probably another body or another situation
Mm.
out there that we don't even know about yet. That's what I believe, because
Yeah.
I think Gabby was trying to get their teacher because she was like, I just wanted him to stop talking. He probably was like, get out the car and, because here's the thing, when they splitted them two up, Gabby didn't leave.
Nope. And she could have.
Yeah, she didn't leave.
I wonder why. I really wish. I wonder what she was thinking or what she was afraid of, because she was left with the car and everything.
Yeah, she could. That's what I'm saying. She could have left. So she said the first thing she said was, "Make sure he charges up his phone."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like,
and she could have continued on and called her friend that she was supposed to be meeting. Remember the lady that they were going to meet? I forgot the lady's name. They were supposed to meet her. She could have contacted her and said, hey, we had a falling out. Can you meet me or whatever? She could have left him in that township. Right. So yeah, it's a reason why she didn't. And maybe because he threatened her. He probably threatened her. And she was afraid of him.
They got out there on that journey and he showed her a whole different person.
Yeah, he did. He became something else.
Would you like to be, okay, here's the thing. It's your car. And just think about it like this. You and your friend or man or whatever goes to Germany. You drive down in your car and he puts you out. He wants to put you out of your car, take the keys, and you'd be fighting, wouldn't you? You would be fighting because ain't nobody gonna put you out of your car. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to put her out of her car.
Exactly.
And she was trying to climb through the window.
And they didn't even ask that, SP. That's what bothered me too. They never asked, well, whose vehicle is this? They didn't ask none of that.
Yeah. He's like, I love Gabby. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Gabby. I hope she don't have anything bad to say about me. And he wait for a response. And Gabby I just wanted him to stop talking. He was like,
when she stopped, she never, here's what bothered me. They talked to now. She never stopped crying. She cried the whole time. Then I'd like to know, when she was in the police car, she had her phone. Who was she talking to?
And not only that, she had some red marks on her arm and stuff. And they'd be like, "Oh, that was him holding her or whatever," But I mean, he did have the marks on him. He did. But you don't have marks on you if you're trying to take my car and leave me.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have marks on you.
He should have had more. Well, anyway.
And she should have told them that. He's trying to leave me out here and take my freaking car.
Exactly.
Why did she not say that? Because it probably, only thing I could say is she was in love, or I believe if he did do something to those women, they need to check further. And I think this problem, did you know that they came through my town? I didn't even know they came through Kansas, Wichita.
Really?
Yes. So
wow.
Yes, I didn't even know that.
Wow.
And they could be anywhere. He could be anywhere. But you know what they say about crime, a person always returns, right? So
and they also said he likes, what is that called? Some kind of fighter he was trying to become. And that they hide out in vacant homes. I forgot what I was. Oh gosh. Anyway, it's some kind of fighter. He was aspiring to be like a, in the whatever. But I don't know, SB. I just think that
Okay.
he's
Well,
right under their face. He's right under their nose.
There's 2-3 other things I wanted to. He was reading a book called Annihilation by Jeff Verb something. But if you want to look it up, it's about people going to an island or something and 4 people get killed or whatever. It's called Annihilation, Annihilation. Annihilation by Jeff something. You can Google that. She was reading a book called Lullaby, and they're thinking, was she pregnant? And he got angry because you always effing up everything. Now you know what I'm saying? Pregnant. She was reading, and she did some searches about some baby clothing too at one time. Now I'm not putting out. I'm just putting out the facts that the book that she was reading called Lullaby something. Let me see. It's called. I'll show you guys real quick before I get off of here. And I'm
gonna jump down. You have a blessed night. I'm gonna stay in the chat.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I believe I thought about that too. That was she pregnant and she told him and he got angry.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want any kids.
Yeah, you're right. Here's the book Lullaby by Chuck Paula Brick or something. She was reading that book, and you see that bird that's laying down there, you guys? Lullaby. I so you probably want to check that out. And he was reading a book called Annihilation. I was looking it up. This is me looking the book up. Annihilation right there. Annihilation, the Southern Ridge Trilogy. This is what he was. The author is right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's by Jeff Vandermeer, Vandermeer. So he was on a cock, on a that he had built, and you could see Brian swinging, reading this book, and so a lot of things tell me that he did have some issues on the inside of just entertaining the other side. I'm not saying. I actually thought I heard the police say that he wasn't on medication. And I thought that her dad said she wasn't on medication. But if you looked at some of the pictures that's out there now, that how his room look and the pictures that he has on his walls and stuff, they're all like almost a little bit demonic. So I'm not yet throwing in the towel that something devilment, but I just wanted to share all the things what we found. And like I said, you guys, if you don't know, there is a $25,000 to $30,000 reward for just knowing where Brian is at, his whereabouts. You don't have to, he ain't got to be arrested for anything, just his whereabouts. So these people are mad. They want to find him. And I'm pretty sure the reward is going to go up. All right, you guys. I'm finna get off of here. It's almost 2 hours. We've been rocking it. I want to thank everybody for coming on the panel and kicking it. Lullaby has a character that seems to be what Brian wanted to emulate. The same author wrote Fight Club. Oh, really? See, people come in here and please share any information, because now that gives me a kind of idea of still looking. We're going to still looking for some more information. And We'll keep everybody updated. If you got some information, text it to me, you guys. Text it to me because this is it's like a true crime, and you guys are right in the middle of it, and you'll get to see it unfold. You will get to see this unfold. I believe that they will find him either alive or dead, but however, I don't think it's just going to go away. So anyway, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys come in here. We'll be doing the Tyrese Tuesday, and we're going to get off into some of that information that you guys haven't heard. So check back at 5 p.m. Central Time. We're going to have 1 hour of talking about Tyrese Tuesday and the information that you guys ain't heard. And she's getting into the good stuff. So I will see you guys later. Bye.